Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So I'd like to just go over a quick bug and potential exploit for this Lliira event. And technically you can indeed go and stay in Protector's Enclave and just farm those fireworks, those professional fireworks in this zone without having to go kill mobs to grind out this Lliira's favor. And yeah. Well, it requires you to pick up this quest, which is a daily quest, so you'll only be able to complete it once per character. It will give you 30 favor upon completion, but the quest basically tells you to go and collect fireworks. Now, you can see I currently have 0 of those professional fireworks, which allows me to go and pick up these fireworks from these crates, right? We get 1 professional firework from there. Strangely enough, we can't pick up 1 from here, so we head around the corner. We'll pick up another 1 from here. There we go. And a 3rd from just here. That also gave us a spectacular firework. 4th, and our 5th should be just another 1 over here. There we go. Right, so that gives us all 5 of these fireworks. Well, there's one thing you can do now, is instead of going to the stage and placing those fireworks, you could potentially go and abandon the quest, and thus go back and obtain more of those fireworks, as you can do just like so. A quest abandoned, we can go and pick it up again, and with picking it back up, we can go and visit all of those locations where we can collect those fireworks and we can gather more of them. However, each of the locations does have a cooldown for you as a character, so you will lock out places that you've already collected them from, and you'll have to then wait. But there's a lot of places in Protector's Enclave where you can actually get these professional fireworks. Now, the way I ran into this bug was in fact a bug where when you collect these fireworks, there is a chance, and I'm not sure why, that you end up with no professional firework, but it gives you a completion with your quest, right? It gives you one of those checks so that it will think you have collected 1 of 5. And thus, once you have went and collected all 5, well, at least the game will think you have, and you only have 4, and you won't be able to set off those fireworks, and thus you're stuck. So, in that regard, you have to go and abandon the quest to go and then pick it back up to actually fully complete it, and that's definitely an error. Of course, a way around this is to go and collect those professional fireworks by killing enemies, and if you have a surplus there, if you always have more than the 5 that you need to pick up, then it will let you to go to the stage and set it off. So that's how I encountered this bug, and it can be definitely used to exploit it. Like, even with this quest complete and we'll be able to hand it back in, we can still go and ditch the quest. We can ditch the quest and again pick it back up and go collect more of the fireworks, and that way you don't actually have to go and kill enemies. Now, technically this is for sure going to be a slower way than if you actually went and used the mechanic, which I actually forgot to mention within my overview. In fact, I actually didn't know about this, and since the event has changed this year, I actually didn't notice. But when you look at those fireworks, these ones here, you have Lliira's fireworks and you have the spectacular fireworks. And when you actually read the tooltip, you can see that using these fireworks will grant nearby adventurers stacks of Lliira's inspiration. And when you have Lliira's inspiration like I do here, you can see it will give you the benefit of finding 1 additional firework. And depending on how many stacks you have, you will find more and more. Like, we currently have 4, just randomly running through Protector's Enclave and I guess witnessing other players cast off those fireworks. And that is generally the best way you want to do it. You want to party up, you want to gather some friends, and you want to use those fireworks, or you can call for some random people to use them for you. And that way you get the buff, and once you have the buff, you then go and farm mobs, and you can get up to, I believe it's like 10 of these fireworks per drop. The drop chance is, I think, about 10% upon killing enemies. So this is a way where you can infinitely farm this quest, and in my opinion, I'm really not going to bother, because another way you can do it is you can go and complete this quest every day on different characters. We jump to this character, we go and pick up the quest again, and we can get another 30 favor. Well, you'll actually get 31 because you're going to have to complete the quest by setting off those fireworks, which will give you another one. And all of these rewards are like account bound or just not bound at all. So you can purchase them and trade them between your characters. So let's say you want everything, all of these rewards on one character. You can really just go and grind out the favor on each of those characters, completing that 30 favor daily quest, collecting these professional fireworks and then setting them off. And you do it for each of your characters. Many people will have lots of characters. Of course, if you're new, you may not, and then you will definitely want to go and farm out those other method by using the fireworks, gaining the buff and killing enemies. Of course, you could always use this method that I'm using now and not rely on that buff. It just then you could do this more like a solo play. But with that said, this event doesn't really have anything that is particularly interesting aside from just cosmetics. Anything that you will obtain is purely just cosmetic value. However, you might want to pick up a bell for dealing a little bit extra damage for your companion, one of these Lliira's bells, the Bell of Empowerment or this new bell. The new bell will give that recharge speed. Now, I've yet to go and particularly test out which is actually the best, which is the one you want to be using on your companion to maximize that damage. Is the damage one better or is the recharge speed one better? It will, however, depend on which companion. So I'm going to test out on like the Cold Iron Warrior or on Xuna. I'll do both and we'll compare them. However, I'll do it in another video. So yeah, looking at this event and what you can actually purchase, you might want to purchase barbecued meat. But with module 21, the standard potions will heal more than that barbecued meat if you go and use the healing potion boon, the one here that gives it the extra 48%, along with also using these other boons which you can buff up 5% on each to a total of another 15%. So you can get healing potions to nearly heal you for 500k within module 21. You can of course go and buy a ton of those rewards and bells and always save them up. There's always going to be people who are going to need these bells or at least going to want them, and you can probably sell them for a good bit more. So with that said, that's probably why you would want to farm this event. You can either do it through the method I've just shown you now. It's potentially an exploit, abandoning the quest, keeping those fireworks and picking it back up. So use it as your own risk. Otherwise, you can of course go and get those Lliira buffs and kill enemies. Hopefully this is at least somewhat helpful for you guys, and if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing. I will see you guys around. Goodbye for now.